Do you ever get to Sunday night and feel like you haven't had a weekend at all? Like you just blinked and it's Monday morning again? You're not alone. So many of us are caught in a cycle of either overscheduling our weekends with chores and social events, or just zoning out on the couch, feeling like we wasted our precious time off. What if I told you there's a better way? A way to truly recharge and start your week feeling refreshed, not frazzled. Today, we're going to explore 5 gentle ways to reset your weekend so you can reclaim your rest and feel genuinely prepared for the week ahead. But stick around because these tips are simple, but they are game changers. First up, let's talk about a concept that might sound counterintuitive: a no plans block. This is the first and maybe most important way to reset. Think about it. How often is your Saturday or Sunday packed from morning till night? Brunch with friends, grocery shopping, laundry, family visits, cleaning the house. It's exhausting just listing it out. A no plans block is your permission slip to do absolutely nothing on purpose. Schedule it in your calendar just like you would any other appointment. Maybe it's Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to noon, or Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5 p.m. During this time, the only rule is that there are no rules, no obligations, no shoulds. What can you do during this time? Whatever your heart desires in that moment, maybe you'll want to read a book that's been collecting dust on your nightstand. Maybe you'll just sit on your porch with a cup of tea and watch the world go by. You might even decide to take a nap, and that's perfectly okay. The goal isn't to be productive, it's to listen to your body and mind. This practice helps you break free from the constant pressure to be doing something and allows you to simply be. It reduces decision fatigue and creates a pocket of stillness in an otherwise busy world. By intentionally carving out this unstructured time, you give your nervous system a chance to calm down and your energy levels a chance to replenish naturally. It's a powerful way to honor your need for rest. Moving on to our second gentle reset. Connect with nature, even in a small way. We are so disconnected from the natural world in our day-to-day lives, staring at screens under artificial lights. Re-establishing that connection is like hitting a reset button for your soul. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go on a strenuous multi-hour hike every weekend unless you want to, of course. It can be much simpler. It could be a 20-minute walk in a local park. Notice the trees, the color of the leaves, the sound of birds. Feel the sun or the breeze on your skin. Maybe you have a small balcony or backyard. Spend some time there without your phone. Tend to a house. You could even just open a window and take 10 deep breaths of fresh air. There's a practice in Japan called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, which is all about immersing yourself in the atmosphere of the forest. The science behind it is fascinating. Studies show that spending time in nature can lower your heart rate, reduce stress hormones like cortisol, and boost your immune system. You don't need a whole forest to get some of these benefits. The key is to be mindful. Pay attention to the sensory details around you: the smell of damp earth after rain, the texture of a leaf, the sight of a cloud drifting across the sky. This act of grounding yourself in the natural world pulls you out of your head and into the present moment, offering a profound sense of peace and perspective. Our third tip for a gentle weekend reset is to engage in a flow state activity. What's a flow state? It's that magical feeling you get when so completely absorbed in an activity that you lose all track of time. It's when your mind stops racing and you're just fully present and engaged in what you're doing. This is different from passive consumption, like scrolling through social media or binge watching a show, which can often leave you feeling drained. A flow state activity is active, creative, and fulfilling. It's a form of active rest that revitalizes your mind. Think about what activities make you feel this way. For some, it might be painting, drawing, or playing a musical instrument. For others, it could be cooking a new recipe from scratch, getting lost in a good puzzle, or working on a DIY project. Maybe it's gardening, writing in a journal, or even organizing a closet in a mindful way. The activity itself doesn't matter as much as the state of mind it puts you in. Choose something you do purely for the joy of it, not for any external reward or pressure to be perfect. This creative engagement is incredibly restorative. It allows the analytical, stressed-out part of your brain to take a break, while the creative, intuitive part gets to play. Dedicating even an hour of your weekend to a flow state activity can leave you feeling more energized and inspired than a whole day on the couch. Next, let's talk about our fourth gentle reset: a digital detox light. I say light because the idea of a full weekend without any technology can feel overwhelming and unrealistic for many of us. But you can still reap huge benefits by being intentional about reducing your screen time. Our phones and devices are designed to keep us hooked, constantly feeding us information and notifications, which keeps our brains in a state of high alert. This constant stimulation is a major source of mental fatigue. So, a light detox is about creating boundaries. Here are a few simple ways to do it. You could designate specific phone-free hours, maybe the first hour after you wake up and the last hour before you go to sleep. This helps you start and end your day on your own terms, not reacting to the world's demands. Another great strategy is to turn off all non-essential notifications. Do you really need to know every time someone likes your photo right this second? Probably not. You can also try a one-screen rule, meaning if you're watching a movie on TV, you put your phone in another room to avoid the temptation of dual screening. The goal is to create space for your mind to wander, to be bored, and to connect with the world right in front of you. You'll be amazed at how much calmer and more present you feel when you not constantly being pulled away by a digital tether. Finally, our fifth and last gentle way to reset your weekend is to plan for a positive week. This might sound like a chore, but when done gently, it can be one of the most effective ways to reduce Sunday scaries and anxiety about the week ahead. The key is to keep it simple and focus on the positive. This isn't about creating a rigid hour-by-hour schedule for your entire week. It's about setting a positive intention. Take just 15 to 20 minutes on Sunday evening. First, do a quick brain dump of anything that's worrying you about the upcoming week. Getting it out of your head and onto paper can immediately reduce its power. Then, look at your calendar and identify your top 3 priorities for the week. Just 3. This brings clarity and focus. After that, do something that makes you feel good and prepared. Maybe it's tidying up your workspace, packing your gym bag, or prepping some healthy snacks. The most important part: schedule something to look forward to. It doesn't have to be big. It could be a coffee date with a colleague on Wednesday, planning to watch your favorite show on Thursday night, or scheduling a walk during your lunch break. Having these small pockets of joy planned for your week gives you a sense of anticipation and control. This simple ritual transforms Sunday evening from a time of dread into a time of calm. Mindful preparation, allowing you to go to bed feeling peaceful and ready to greet Monday with a sense of purpose. So there you have it, 5 gentle but incredibly effective ways to reset your weekend. Let's quickly recap. First, schedule a no-plans block to simply be. Second, connect with nature, even in a small way, to ground yourself. Third, engage in a flow state activity to creatively recharge your mind. Fourth, try a digital detox light to reduce mental clutter. And fifth, plan for a positive week to ease anxiety and set a hopeful tone. Remember, the goal of the weekend isn't to cram in as much as possible. It's to rest, recharge, and reconnect with yourself. You deserve that. Try incorporating just 1 or 2 of these ideas into your next weekend and see how you feel. It's about making small, sustainable changes that lead to a big difference in your overall well-being. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope these tips help you reclaim your weekends and start your weeks feeling truly restored. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on living a more mindful and intentional life. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments below. What's your favorite way to reset on the weekend? Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.